Honorable Donald John Trump.
From border crackdowns to backroom diplomacy, Trump's return to the White House has been anything but quiet. In just 100 days, he's reignited old battles, sparked new ones, and pushed Washington and the world into uncharted territory.
Solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
That I will faithfully.
From the moment Donald Trump stepped back into the Oval Office in January 2025, he wasted no time reigniting one of his signature priorities: immigration. On day one, Trump declared a national emergency at the southern border, deploying US forces to assist with enforcement. He also ordered the expansion of Guantanamo Bay's migrant facility, increasing its capacity to hold up to 30,000 high-priority detainees. The message was clear. Immigration enforcement was back at the top of the agenda, and it would be stricter, faster, and more militarized than ever before. Even before his second term began, Trump signaled that his foreign policy would revolve around conflict resolution, or at least his version of it. US President floated ideas like renaming geographical landmarks, the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America, and even suggested that Greenland could be brought closer under US administration, also jokingly referred to Canada as the 51st state. His early moves focused on bringing an end to the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East. But those peace efforts quickly stirred controversy. In the Middle East, his suggestion to take control of the Gaza Strip has sparked heated debate. Trump proposed permanently displacing Palestinians from Gaza, stating that people there had no choice but to leave the area devastated by Israel's military assault.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings.
Trump's dramatic Oval Office exchange with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, captured on camera, became a viral moment.
You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's backed you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Trump's softened stance toward Russia raised eyebrows after he revived direct talks with Moscow, including dispatching ally Stephen Witkoff and holding back-channel meetings in Saudi Arabia. The backlash intensified when Trump struck a strategic mineral deal with Kyiv, bypassing NATO and the EU. The diplomatic rift between the US and the EU deepened, and so did tensions inside NATO. But Trump dismissed the criticism, reviving an old narrative that NATO allies had long cheated the US by failing to meet their military spending commitments. That tension quickly turned economic. In what many saw as retaliation, Trump imposed a sweeping 20% tariff on key European exports, a move that shook global markets. A sweeping series of trade penalties targeted both allies and rivals. Trump's core argument was that years of one-sided trade deals had hollowed out American industry and empowered foreign economies at US expense.
Our country and its taxpayers have been ripped off for more than 50 years, but it is not going to happen anymore. It's not going to happen. In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them. Very simple, can't get any simpler than that.
The rollout began with a 20% blanket tariff on a range of imported goods, from steel and machinery to cars, electronics, and agricultural products. Countries around the world were caught off guard. Some, like China, quickly responded with retaliatory tariffs on American goods. The tariff announcement sent shockwaves through global financial markets. investor confidence dropped sharply, triggering widespread sell-offs and a spike in volatility. Trump made it clear countries willing to renegotiate and offer more favorable terms to the US could earn relief. The UK and Israel were among the first to sign fast-track agreements, securing reduced tariff brackets in exchange for defense and tech cooperation. At home, Trump mirrored his foreign hardline with domestic crackdowns. Following pro-Gaza campus protests, he ordered mass arrests and targeted elite schools like Harvard, accusing them of spreading anti-American ideology. Funding was slashed for universities that didn't adopt new patriotic standards. The crackdown fit into a broader overhaul. On day one, Trump launched the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk, to cut federal waste. One of its first targets was USAID, which saw deep funding cuts. Foreign aid was scaled back, limited only to allies deemed to provide direct value to American taxpayers.
America is back.
Behind the scenes, Trump's White House has been anything but unified. The first 100 days have seen sharp internal disagreements, particularly over tariffs and the Ukraine policy. Mixed messages from senior officials have only added to the confusion. High-profile resignations, especially at the Pentagon, have raised alarms about the administration's internal stability. Former defense officials cited conflicting directives and uncoordinated strategy as key reasons for stepping down.
It's impossible for us.
As Trump's second term charges ahead, one thing is certain: he's not slowing down. With sharp policies, sweeping reforms, and constant controversy, his first 100 days have reset the tone in Washington, and the world is still catching up.